Welcome back to Pet Health Unpacked, the show that digs into the science behind the choices we make for our pets. I'm your host, Ben Carter. Today, we are diving headfirst into one of the most passionate and controversial topics in pet ownership, feeding raw. It's a topic that generates a lot of emotion, Ben. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm Dr. Julian Reed, and as a board-certified veterinary nutritionist,
Right.
my job is to, look past the emotion and focus on the evidence. Dr. Reed, let's start with the appeal because it's powerful.
It is.
People want to connect their pets to their ancestral roots. This idea of a natural, wolf-like diet is everywhere. Is that what a raw meat-based diet is?
That's the marketing, and it's very effective. Scientifically, a raw meat-based diet, or RMBD, is an uncooked diet of meat, organs, and often bones.
Okay.
And the first thing to understand is that they are not all created equal. They vary wildly in quality, ingredients, and most importantly, safety.
So let's get to the million-dollar question. The WSAVA, or World Small Animal Veterinary Association, is a global voice for vets. What do they say? Does the science back up the claims of, improved health and shinier coats?
This is the most crucial evidence-based point for every pet owner to hear. After reviewing the available research, the conclusion from WSAVA and other global health bodies is clear.
Wow.
There are no proven scientific benefits to feeding a raw diet over a complete and balanced, commercially prepared cooked diet. The perceived benefits are largely anecdotal.
No proven benefits. That's a bold and surprising statement.
It is.
So if the pro column is empty, what's in the con column?
The con column is unfortunately very full and carries significant weight. We can think of the risks in three main categories. Let's start with the very foundation of health.
Right.
Nutrition. Is the diet complete and balanced?
You'd think a diet of pure meat would be great, right?
It's a dangerous assumption. Think of it this way. A pet's body requires over 40 distinct nutrients in very specific ratios. A balanced commercial diet is like a meal formulated for an astronaut. Every single component is measured and accounted for. A homemade raw diet, without formulation by a board-certified nutritionist, is often dangerously unbalanced.
Wow.
We see puppies with painful skeletal deformities from improper calcium levels, all from well-intentioned owners who just didn't know.
So the very structure of the diet can be flawed. What's the next risk?
The next risk is the one that keeps public health officials up at night.
Oh?
The risk is the microbial contamination. Raw meat is a perfect vehicle for pathogens like Salmonella, E. coli, and Listeria. And a very common myth is that freezing or freeze-drying makes it safe.
Right.
It does not. These are resilient bacteria.
So the risk is that my pet gets a nasty bout of food poisoning.
That's part of it, but it's much bigger than that, Ben.
Okay.
This is a zoonotic or public health risk. Think of your kitchen. You bring this contaminated food in, the bacteria get on your counters, your sink, the food bowl.
Yeah.
Your dog eats it and then can shed that bacteria and their saliva and feces for days or even weeks, even if they don't seem sick.
So my dog could be licking my child's face with a mouthful of salmonella and I wouldn't even know it?
Precisely. That is the exact scenario that organizations like the FDA and CDC warn about.
Wow.
The risk to children, pregnant women, the elderly, and anyone who is immunocompromised in the home is significant. It's an invisible enemy you've invited into your house.
That is terrifying. Is that the end of the risk list?
There's one more, modern, and perhaps even scarier risk.
Oh, great.
The rise of antimicrobial resistant bacteria, or superbugs. Studies have found a clear link between feeding raw meat diets and pets shedding antibiotic-resistant E. coli. These are bacteria that our most important medicines may not be able to kill.
Oh my God.
The diet choice in your home can contribute to a global health crisis.
Wow. So to recap, the WSAVA says there are no proven benefits, but there are documented risks of nutritional deficiencies, physical injury from bones, pathogenic bacteria that can sicken pets and people, and the spread of antibiotic-resistant superbugs.
That is an accurate and evidence-based summary. The consensus is that the documented risks far, far outweigh any theoretical or anecdotal benefits.
Hmm.
Veterinarians' primary oath is to do no harm, and that extends to the human family members as well. Recommending a diet with these known public health risks goes against that oath.
It really reframes the conversation. It's not about natural versus processed.
Exactly.
It's about safe versus unsafe.
Exactly. It's about making an informed choice based on scientific evidence.
Now, here's a question we'd like you to think about. The appeal of providing a natural diet is powerful, and it comes from a place of love for our pets.
Of course.
Knowing the scientific consensus on the risks, how do we, as a community, bridge the divide between heartfelt intentions and evidence-based medicine to ensure our pets and our families are truly safe?